right, I saw the presumed Best Picture frontrunner Belfast the other day. Got some things to say about it. Let's get into it. So, Belfast has been racking up these audience awards, and because of that, it won the TIFF People's Choice Awards, and it is the presumed pick to win Best Picture for a variety of reasons. I saw Belfast, and I didn't really care for it. Okay, so let's maybe start with some positives here. So what you guys have all heard, it's charming, and it is charming. I genuinely like the screenplay. It's a little quippy, not in like a Marvel type of way, which there's nothing wrong with that either. Fuck, but has some good zingers here. The dialogue feels natural. It's pretty funny. It is lighthearted. All that stuff. I thought the performances were all great across the board. Katrina Balfe, Jamie Dornan, Jude Hill, the whole main cast. I thought they were pretty good. And because the movie is so short, it's not even an hour 40 minutes long, and it's fairly entertaining, it's charming, it's light. I know the trailer makes it seem really dramatic, and there is some dramatic moments, but honestly it's not as dramatic as the trailer make you think. It's fun. It's fun. My main problem with it is I just didn't find it anything more than that. And I guess there's a couple of reasons for that. One, I think to me the main part is the editing. The editing does a disservice to the movie. I'm not talking about like montages or anything like that. I'm talking it doesn't let a scene breathe. It cuts away like just too quickly, and it doesn't let anything sit in, because there are like some good moments where it would have benefited from just letting the scene breathe a little bit before cutting over. That is such a fucking nerd thing to say. But for example, and this is no spoilers, there's a scene with Judi Dench on a bus with Jude Hill, the kid, and it's a very good scene. And after the whole like main dialogue and scene is done, it kind of hangs on Judi Dench's face for a little bit, and then it goes to another shot of Judi Dench outside the bus as the bus kind of passes by. Once you guys see the movie, I think it'll make more sense. That is what it needed, because in so many other scenes after the talk is done, it just like cuts right away, or like in the middle of something, it cuts right away. And I was like, what? Like, why do that? That didn't work for me. It may work for some of you guys. It didn't work for me though. Another thing, I'm going to end with a positive note. Okay, so please don't get your pitchforks out either, okay? I'm going to bring it all back. You guys will see. I didn't find that much, I don't know, character development, I guess. I feel like everyone kind of stayed the same in a movie where there is like, violence in the city and they want to move to a new place to give their kids a better life. I thought that would have been nice. I guess some people could argue that the ending is where it kind of is. I don't know. I didn't see it. And the ending is very nice. It is. Absolutely. And it's supposed to be this nice, joyous moment. They're singing and dancing. I just really couldn't connect to this one that much. For some reason, there's just those movies that for some reason you just don't really connect to. I couldn't really connect to this one. Now, I will say there was a lot of older people in my screening. While this movie is pretty funny and I found myself laughing a little bit, they were like kind of cracking up. I tweeted about that. They were kind of cracking up, and I felt like I could feel their smiles across the theater. If that tells you anything about how Belfast is playing, just saying. And listen, I really did not expect to find myself on this side of the fence with Belfast, because Belfast has taken on that frontrunner status, and because of that, it's almost getting a little bit of hate, where it's like, this movie's like, it's fine. It's just, it doesn't really deserve a lot of hate. It's just, honestly, I'd be pretty surprised if this really did just go all the way and just won. I don't know. I hope something at least makes it an interesting race. While I think its screenplay is good, and, I would have no problem with that winning screenplay, everything else it's projected to get, kind of surprising to me. So, you guys might be hearing that and thinking, oh gosh, he's going to give this movie like 2 stars. Well, if you saw my letterbox, you already know that's not true. Even with all those things being said, where I just could not connect to it, I thought the editing did a disservice to it. While I think the performances are very good, I didn't find anything mind-blowing. The cinematography, yeah, it's black and white. I didn't think it was like amazing though. So with all those things being said, I still cannot truly dislike this movie. Maybe because it is just so charming and entertaining and lighthearted that it's hard for me to just just say no to this movie, especially when you're following the eyes of a kid. And it's like 90 something minutes long. So I just I couldn't find myself to even be like, I don't even dislike this that much, even though I have a good amount of problems with it. And that's maybe what's gonna benefit it in the long run with like a preferential ballot or something like that, because I just really didn't hate it, right? I don't even know if I dislike it because it's just so quick and light. Man, my dog is barking up a storm. I hope you guys can't hear that. So with that being said, almost kind of surprisingly, just from how I felt walking out of it and what I'm talking about now, Belfast, 3 stars. I don't know. Maybe this is like just a 2.5 star movie for me, but like I said, I just can't. 2.5 stars is like, I just don't like it. It's hard for me to feel that way in Belfast. Maybe I'll change it later. So let's just talk about Oscars. I felt like I talked enough about Best Picture. It's the Frontrunner right now. I mean, it's definitely getting nominated, I would think. What more do you want me to say? With that, I think Kenneth Branagh does get into director. I've seen the Green Book comparisons in terms of, the movie gets nominated for Best Picture, it eventually wins, but he wasn't even nominated for director. I can see a world where that happens, but this is more showy than Green Book, for sure. And because it is Kenneth Branagh and he's been around, I think there's a lot of goodwill towards him. So I think he does get in for director too. Why do I look so red all of a sudden? Screenplay, yes. And I actually do kind of like the screenplay, so I thought that was getting in anyway. I thought that was going to win because I don't think Branagh's winning director, at least as of now, so he's going to win screenplay. I'm fine with that, honestly. So the acting categories are interesting. I think Katrina Balfe is obviously the one who's most likely to get nominated. There is potential for double nominations on both sides. I don't have that. I just have Balfe and Dornan in, but it's kind of close, especially with supporting actor, where that race is so wide open. I'm not going to hate it if Katrina Balfe wins. I thought she was really good and probably my favorite performance in the movie. That's going to be like a winning performance. I guess other performances, have won for lesser things. That is 100% true. Regardless, I'm going to be indifferent. If she wins, I'll be like, oh, cool, she won. If she didn't, whatever. I don't know what I'm saying. Please don't get upset at me. God damn it. Cinematography, I think it'll just get in based on the fact that it's such a strong contender. Above the line, it'll get in. Cinematography, it's getting in for picture. It's going to get in for editing. Those are like my main things that I have right now. I guess there's some other stuff too that's possible, but regardless, Belfast, it's a big boy. It's a big boy for the Oscars. I'm interested to know what you guys think of it. And, like, as you guys know, there's a lot of people who just absolutely adore this movie. I thought I was honestly going to be one of them. I thought I was going to find it pretty charming. So, whatever. A lot of people really love this movie. I just couldn't really connect to it that much. But see it for yourself. See what you guys think. I mean, the glow up from Artemis Fowl to here, maybe it should just win the Oscar.